Hi, MessHazel here, playing another episode of Don't Starve. I'm going to start a new game, and I'm going to make some changes to the world. Let's see. I like no summer and a short winter, and I like to start in autumn or spring. We're going to keep these the same, and we will... Let's see. We'll do more of the pigs, more of the skeletons for sure, more flowers, more grass, more sticks, less thorns, more tumbleweeds, more carrots, more. Let's see. I thought I'd add in more of the, let's see, want more rabbits. And we'll do the default on those moles. They're annoying. More butterflies. More ornery beefalo. More regular beefalo. More pig people. And the default on all these others, I don't know if they're necessarily bad guys. I don't really know what that is. And I don't have any of the dogs. I don't care for the dogs. And let's see, let's do more of the beehives, less of the killer bees. And let me tell you, I don't know what they call less, but I always get a lot of killer bees. More spiders, no dogs. I don't know what that is then. I wish they would tell you what these things are. Bone piles. We'll go ahead and do default on those. We'll go ahead and do default on those. I don't know what they are. Default on the merman, default on those. Oh, I hate those things that grow. We're gonna stick with none on that. The default on everything else. Let's see. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. These, I don't normally do these yellow things. So let's just do less on that this time. Less on those, less on those, and less on those. I guess we could go to default on these since I don't normally see these and I don't, you know, we'll just do default on those. And I don't know what that other thing is. So we'll do default on that. And maybe that'll bring us more creatures or whatever. I don't know. So we'll go ahead and start this game and see if there's any differences that we can tell. I mean, we've put in some more bad guys or whatever, but let's go see what happens. Say, pal, you don't look so good. Yeah, we know. We're just going to run around. What I like to do the first day, I try to do on the first day, is to get 40 sticks, 40 grasses, 40 cut logs, and some flint. And just that first day, just have my supplies all built up so that I can start doing whatever I need to do. Building axes and whatever. Who is this? Aggie. Aggie, we're going to be neighbors, sort of. Oh, there's some seeds. I'd better grab those. I don't see a lot of grass around. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, we need to collect all these things. Oh, look at there. There's a touchstone right away. Wow. We'll go ahead and activate that. And as soon as we can, we'll come and put a fire pit by it. Because I like to build a fort by the touchstones. Because when I use the touchstone, I have all my immediate needs right there. and I don't have to go wandering around when I'm either cold or hungry or whatever, because you're in a bad way when you come back to use the touchstone. And best to have at least flint and firewood where you have easy access to it, especially if it's winter when you perish, because then you just freeze, you know. If you have your thermal stone and food and all your supplies right there, you don't have to worry about it. So this first day, I just like to run around and collect as many supplies as I can. And if that means rocks, if we're fortunate enough to start being able to pick up rocks or collect rocks, then that's fine too. We have not found any flint yet, and so we need to be very careful about watching our time today, because if we don't have flint, by the time it gets dark, we're going to be in trouble. And I have lost my life on the first day. We do have a touchstone, but who wants to use their touchstone on the first day, right? Because then, you know, you don't have much of a chance in the game. You want to play, I like to play at least 30, 45 days before I need to use a touchstone. Because that's, you only get 2. So here it is, it's evening. Well, we're up to 33 sticks and 16 grasses, and I saw a flint. I hope I picked it up. Yes, I did. Okay. So we've got a few carrots and a few berries too, but we need to catch up on these grasses and find some more flint, I hope, so that we can build an axe and cut down some trees before dark, because we're going to need them. So we need flint. We need flint. There's some grasses. We can catch up real quick on grasses over here. I don't know how many flint we're going to find, but this will be real quick to get our 40 grasses. May even run into some beefalo, but we don't care about the beefalo right now. All we're concerned about is building up our stock supplies so that we can last through the night. Alright, so we have 33. We've still got time. We'll pick a few flowers if they're close by so that we keep our sanity. Alright, we've got 38, 39, and 40. We need 4 more sticks. Let's get out of the grasslands. If we can. Need to get back in the trees. Alright, here's some more. We're running out of time. We still only have 1 flint. This is important too, and we're going to have to mark this, because that's going to be green mushrooms, and we will definitely want to keep tabs on that, because if we ever get our sanity in question, we will definitely want to know where that is. So we need to find some rocks. We need to find more flint. We have 40 sticks. We're going to have to go ahead and make an axe and start chopping some trees, because we're getting on toward night. I've been having trouble with my controller buttons, and they're not working very good for me these days. I think Nintendo has sabotaged them all, so you have to buy a Switch 2. That would be bad. Alright, we did, right at the last, find some flint. And we can go ahead and build a fire and chop trees overnight while we're waiting. Alright, so we're gonna have to come over here, and I was hoping to have more trees around me, but we're gonna have to build a fire. Alright, we'll go ahead and grab these berries and flowers while we still have some light. Don't want to chop down the young trees. We have one tree I can chop down. Well, we didn't quite make it. Spent too much time running around trying to find stuff. So here we've got our 40 sticks, 40 grasses, and only 7 logs. So let's see. If we build another campfire here, maybe we can see another tree. Well, the night is going to be short anyway, so we won't have to worry too much about it. We did not meet our goal, but that's okay. There's always tomorrow. Hopefully. Hopefully. Alright, so now we have 2 things we want to mark, and let's see on the map if that shows up on the map, that ring of... Let's take a look at the map. I don't think that ring of mushrooms shows up. That's why I like to mark it. So we're going to have to try to find some rocks. There's nothing that we drop that shows up except for a backpack, a fire pit. So we definitely want to remember that it's right on the edge of this area. I have every confidence that I will forget where this is. Let's look at the map a minute. See, it's not showing up. We'll just have to try to remember that it's right there by the crook in the road, and we need to go find some rocks. And get some more wood. We're going to come down here. Everything's a new exploration at this point. I like to follow the border. This is where we had our fires. There's another carrot. There's a stupid turkey, which is very hard to get when you're first starting out and don't have any weapons. Ah, okay. So we'll keep this guy around. I usually try to get rid of them, but if we're back over here trying to build our things at the touchstone and everything, and we happen upon a tree guard, this is a good way to get rid of a tree guard or the rook, because they'll fight each other. Alright, this looks like a little bridge. Okay. We're going to come around this way. I do see some rocks, but I like to find the area that has the rocks with the stones all just laying about. So, oh no, that's a merman. Oh no. He is right by the... I wonder if he's killed that fellow. And we're going to have to run for our lives, but I sure would like to have this stuff. He will chase us to the end of time. He will. He will never. He will never give up. We're going to get that meat. Ooh. Oh, we got hit. All right. We're gonna try to get this stuff. Oh, my A button is not working. Okay. Frog legs, meat, bye. Thank you for the food. I see some more flint up here, so we're gonna run and get that. Oh, it's good to come run around and play. I've been sewing today, and it just got to be a little bit tedious, and I'd been doing it for so long. I knew that if I did it any longer, I would get frustrated or start screwing up. So best I come just play a game and take my mind off of it. Ah. All right. Well, we still haven't found any rocks, but that's okay. We'll keep going on trying to enlarge the quantity of logs that we have, and we just lost our axe. We can make a pickaxe for when we do come across the rocks. So we're just going to travel around real quick. Aha! This is the graveyard. We can get a piece of gold, and we can make our first science machine over by that touchstone, which is exactly what I wanted to do. Hooray! 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 And we could get some gears from that rook if we could kill him. Oh my goodness, there's been two demises over here. And they've got some rocks for us, and gold, and a pickaxe, which I can't pick up until I get a backpack. But that's okay. We don't need that mining hat right now. We could use one twig. Hooray, but all these rocks, that will be fabulous for trying to make our fire pit over by the mushrooms. And helping us build our fort. We can do a science machine, but we can't do an alchemy engine until we get some gears from the rooks. A lot of times you can find them in the tumbleweeds. Well, I haven't seen any tumbleweeds yet, so we're just going to collect some rocks. Hooray. We're not even going to take the time to make a pickaxe. Oh, we better eat something. And then get the rest of these rocks and get back over to the area. As long as we have 20 of them, we'll be okay. Let's see if we can get back to where we were by the touchstone. Oh, and the merman. Oh, I almost want to start a tree guard so that the merman and the tree guard have to fight each other, because I can't fight him. He's too strong for me. We'll pick that flower. We'll definitely get all the flint we can. Let's check the map. Okay, we just have to go up here. Oh, there's some more meat. Oh, now there's 3 of them. Oh no. I don't even know if we can stay by the touchstone, because if he sees us, he's going to come after us. We better build a fire. I was hoping it would be a full moon. Oh, I can't carry that. Well, the fish, that fish is too bad to eat. So if we can get our green cap, that'll be good. We can cook that. And we can cook the frog legs. And we better cook this meat if it's in danger of going bad. And the reason I wanted that pigskin so bad is because when we get an alchemy engine, maybe even just a science machine, we can make a football helmet, and that will help protect us when we run into battle with these the mer people or the bad guys. It just helps us take more hit points. All right, I'm gonna eat meats. All right, so we're going to creep up as close as we can to the touchstone. Let's see. Yeah, I think out of the way over here will be a good place to set our camp. So we're going to go ahead and build a fire pit. That's going to mark the area. Let's see. Wait a minute. Maybe I don't want to do that. Where's the ring? Where is that ring? I think it was... Oh, it was way over. Okay, so that's too far over to build a fire pit over there to mark both areas. So we're just going to build our fire pit right here. And our first science machine. Hooray. Alright, so now we can at least get a backpack. So that we can carry stuff. And if we can build another one. Okay, and I can't, why can't I carry that? Okay, I'll leave that backpack right there. I'm going to run over here to the circle of mushrooms. Let me see, where was it? It was down this way. There are a lot of carrots in this area too, and I'm going to leave them if I can, because when we're back in need, this will be the place. Alright, so I'm going to drop this backpack right here. And now, if you look at the map, you can see the backpack, and that's going to mark those mushrooms for us. So if we ever get very, very low on sanity and we can't find any flowers to pick, we know that we can come back over here and get some mushrooms to help preserve our sanity. Hooray! That's a big find. That is a big, big find. Okay. Now we're going to pick up our other backpack so that we can start collecting more things that we need. So this is just our first initial camp. I know we have enough gold, but we need the gears, so we're going to go exploring again. Let's check the map. I guess I'll just head north in this part because we have to explore everything, so we might as well just start at the closest point, see what we can find. I like to travel on the borders. There's some spiders, and I like to get rid of the spiders because I don't like them. And look at that, we're already down to 26 grass, so I'm not going to make any traps yet. Yay, alright, so that's the way. You just have to back off and just chop them little by little so that they don't gang up on you. Sometimes if you run far enough, one of them will start running back home, and the other one will follow you for a little bit before he turns back. So always a good idea to try not to get ganged up on. I'm going to go ahead and pick up these silks. I'm not going to pick up the skull. Let's see, we've got 8 logs. We're doing okay, but you know, when we need to make gates or fences or anything, we're going to wish we had those logs. And the next time we see grasses, we're going to have to stock up on grasses too. If we run across a big forest, we'll want to burn that down to get the charcoal. And just advance ourselves. How many sticks have we got? 32. We're doing all right. If we get hurt, which we have done, we can always eat some of our flower petals. That gives you your health points back. And if you have enough of them, you can usually get pretty far down in the, back up in the health points. A lot of times that's all you can do. But they'll go rotten if you carry them too long. So, you know, if you get the slightest bit of hurt, just eat the petals and they'll help you stay healthy. The more flowers we pick, the better we feel. When we have to stop for the night, we'll go ahead, since we have a mushroom, and we'll cook the mushroom and eat that to help with our sanity also. I'm glad we came across those mer people real quick, because we got a couple of meat steaks in our pockets now to help us out. And that'll carry us a long way. We still haven't run into anybody too bad, but those mer people are relentless, and they're pretty strong. They will do you some damage if you're not wearing a football helmet. So I guess let's get by some trees. Oh, look, there's a place we can stay. It's got the evil flowers, so we'll stay out here until we get rid of those. But this is always a good place to build a little fort or waypoint. I usually take a torch and burn all the flowers out, so we can do that while we're waiting for the sun to rise up again. Let's see if we can build a torch. Yep. And we'll go ahead and activate that and burn out some of these evil flowers. And there's a spear over here. We didn't take the time to make a spear. Because if you pick up a spear, you can't remake it. But if you make a spear, you can remake it without having, you know, a science machine by you. But if you find one, it's, you know, start that way. I don't usually collect ash because it doesn't matter to me. We need to eat one of our steaks again. I don't see any more evil flowers around. So we'll go ahead and put our torch out. And we'll drop it just because we don't need it. And it'll be near our camp, this camp, if we ever need it again. But I will pick up that spear. And it's 100%, so that's great. I'm going to pick up the gnome and the box thing, and I'm going to move them aside. Because I don't know what to do with them right now, and they're not important to me right now. I did say I was going to eat those steaks, so I'd better get some food on my belly. Alright, so this is a good waypoint, and if I could build another science, well, I can build a science machine, but if I could build another fire pit, that would be very helpful. But if I build a science machine here, which will use another one of my gold, ooh, and we're low on rocks and we're low on wood, but let's just go ahead and build one here, so if we ever need to, we can establish a camp over here too. And that area will show up on the map as that tan color. So it's not impossible to find, but we'll just leave that science machine there since we have a pocket full of gold. Switch back over. I forgot to cook that mushroom. We'll go ahead and chop these 2 trees. And since this is a potential future campsite, oh, we got nothing out of that. Since this is a future potential campsite, yes, we'll go ahead and take the pine cones that we have and plant them around so that our future campsite will have a small forest of trees that we can use for firewood in an emergency. All right, and then we'll just keep exploring. Follow the perimeter. You can see on the map, you know, there are places that just have small land bridges that go across. So by following the perimeter, I can make sure that I'm at the end of the land and there's no other place to explore. A lot of times if you come to a peak like that or the end of the land, you can see if there's other land across the way and figure out how to get there. Oh, there's a beehive. I don't know that we've seen too many beehives yet. We'll go ahead and collect some sticks and grass since we're out and about. These ponds will have frogs in them in the evenings. And those frogs have long tongues. But you can trap them in the traps just like you can the spiders. So it's not impossible, and then you have frog legs. So it's always good to come across those if you can make some traps. All right, and we'll go up to this peak. There's no other land over there. So we're getting some good exploring done anyway. If we can find some tumbleweeds and there's a mushroom. If we can find some tumbleweeds and get some gears, we can start thinking about making an alchemy engine next time we build a fort. Now this is a bad place to be because first of all, it's on the edge of the swamp. And second of all, there's more than one spider hive over there, so you definitely have to be careful because they will gang up on you lickety-split once you hit one. And if we could get them out here and get some tentacles after them, that would be the thing you'd want to do. Is he gonna come after us? No. Oh. There's nobody in there. But if we attack him, I'm sure some other spiders are gonna come. I don't know why there's nobody here. Maybe there was a tentacle out there. And they got killed off. So let's see. We'll get rid of that guy. Oh, I didn't see him creep up on me. And they will creep up on you. Is anybody here? Nope. Maybe the pig guy. Hey, I have a... Yeah, I forgot I had a spear. That's a little stronger to get rid of these guys. If we can do this before nightfall. So that pig guy must have been working on clearing these guys out. Oh, we need to get out of here and set up a fire. Uh-oh. Whew, just in the nick. All right. Well, we'll leave that this first time. We've done pretty good in establishing a few camps around in case we need some place to settle up for a while. If we look at our map, we've gone pretty good to search out for some stuff. We're looking for rocks. We're looking for tumbleweeds to help us get an alchemy engine. If we could find the rhinoceros, that would be super, because he will kill off the rooks and bishops around his area and help us get just a pocket full of gears. So join us next time. We'll be here. We'll be exploring our new land with some new threats and stuff included in our game, and we'll see how far we can get. We've already found one touchstone, so at least we have a backup life to lengthen our stay here on this strange island. So we'll see you next time. Please hit the like button or hit the subscribe button so you can come back again and again. See you later. MessHazel out.